Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Madrid United. Welcome to the live Sunday show. We are back. We have plenty to talk about. I've got a full panel as always. My usual compadre down there in the bottom right, as you're looking at it, probably people, is my man Tim, Niagara Red. How's it going, Tim, mate? Kid's been giving you hell today, so on, I've been told.
Yeah, mate, this is a reprieve, let me tell you. Been looking forward to this.
So yeah, Tim is what he looks forward to every single weekend. I'm telling you now, this is it. I have a good info giver, a in-depth analyzer. That's not even a word, is it?
Analyzer.
But analyzer. Come on, Adam, get yourself together. But Mary, back on again as always. Sunday show. How's it going, Mary? How's the weather over there in Ireland today?
It's actually gorgeous, believe it or believe it not. It's a miracle, yeah.
Wow,
sun is shining, yeah, all day, no rain.
Does that mean that we're going to get it?
I'd say it's not too far away.
I know, because we're usually just behind you in Manchester. It usually flows over our way. It's usually the bad weather that you send our way, though. So you probably block it off, and we'll probably get something from Scotland instead today. But anyway, hello to everyone in the comment section. As always, thanks for joining us. And with us today for the first time, we have Dave from Stadiums for Ants. Obviously, I've been bigging this up. Dave's been retweeting it. Tim's been retweeting it. It was Tim who put me in touch with Dave. And the work that Dave has been doing has been absolutely amazing. I've dropped a link in the description box below, people. We are running this show up towards around about the 40-minute mark. Then we're going to do the announcement of the winner of Dave's Just Giving page. Dave, can you just give us a quick introduction, mate, about the charity that you're running it for and what it's all about, please, mate?
Yeah, of course. So I am David. I build stadiums for ants. They're little model architectural stadiums. They light up. They've got floodlights and everything. And I've been working with the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital for the past couple of months, raising money for them. There's a really cool program. Yeah, there's a really cool program that they do. They have a lot of long-term care kids in the hospital, and it's been difficult, obviously, during COVID and everything to get enough visitors for them. So they're buying extra toys, they're buying PlayStations and things like that. So we're raising money specifically for that cause.
That's amazing, mate.
Brilliant stuff. So just click on that link in the description, people. You've got about 40 minutes, 35 minutes just to get is it £10 just to put your name in the hat, Dave? Is that what it is?
Yep, £10. You can donate as much as you like, and every £10 is another chance to win.
Brilliant.
I got my tickets.
Yes, we've all got our tickets in. We will be announcing that just before the end of the show, so do check that out while you're listening to us as well. And obviously, give the video a like, give the video a share. We're just creeping up to nearly 200 people after 3 minutes already, so we are smashing it already today, people. But one thing that we all want to talk about, the last few shows have been, I would say, slightly negative. Not the way some people have been describing them, but we have all been a bit downbeat in terms of what's been going on behind the scenes with United. But it does seem, and I say this cautiously, it does seem like we have a little bit of positivity going on, Tim, in the transfer market with a certain Mr. Donny van der Beek. Now, Donny has been sort of on the peripheral if transfer speculation with United. We've all known that he's been available. We've all talked about him, but no one really has gone in for him yet. I think it just looks like another case now, going off what's been said in the media. Quite a few different media outlets, Romano being one, and a few other creditable ones, have come out and said it's all pretty much set up. It's done and dusted. All that's got to happen is that big stumbling block that we come across every time, mate, which is United making the bid that counts. Confident that this one may actually happen, mate. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, it should. I mean, for 40 million, I think 40 million euros is the asking price. So, in and
35
around
million quid, mate.
35 million pounds. Like what? Like this is one of those ones where, like you said, it's set up. Just go in and get it done. The player, I mean, the Ajax manager has basically confirmed like he's been left out of the team because there's developments. He's waving at the fans or waving at the whoever's at the game that they just played. sort of saying goodbye. Pulled off gave a shirt to a little kid. Like everything is all these things that are indicating that he's on his way out. And now you're right. It's just a matter of just United put in a bid for him. He's exactly the type of player we need with the versatility. I think we've touched on it in a few shows where you can play you can play anywhere across the middle. So he's got that versatility to back up Bruno if we need to rotate Bruno. He can play as a number 6, and he's dynamic as a number 6. So the line splitting passes to break you out. You can play as a number 8 with a pivot alongside Pogba. He drifts out wide at times. Like he's just a great addition to the club, and with his age, for the amount that, and there's no other suitors, it sounds like. I know he's agreed personal terms with Madrid before, but Barcelona's out. They're going in for Wijnaldum, I think, from Liverpool. So it's just set up on a plate now. Just have to go get him.
That's it, mate. I mean, Tim touched on it there, Dave, mate. I mean, we've been crying out for strength in depth. That has been our biggest downfall recently. I mean, where do you see? I mean, I don't know if you've seen much of him. I know we've all watched videos. We see what we can of different countries' leagues and so on. But, I mean, where do you think Van der Beek would fit into this? Who's he really challenging in this team, would you say?
So I actually watched quite a bit of Ajax. I have a lot of friends.
Good to know, my man. It's good to know. Let's fill us in. Let's see how in depth we can be with this one.
So I love Ajax. The last project I did was for a charity in Amsterdam as well. So I do watch quite a bit.
Excellent.
I feel as though Donny fits the best in the kind of just behind the front line as like your typical kind of number 10, but he's a little bit more holding than your standard Bruno kind of push attack, long ball ping. I don't think that he's the best replacement for Matic. I've heard that kind of get thrown around a lot, that he can play that defensive role. He's not best suited for that. I think he can, but most importantly, I think he's a much better buy than Jack Grealish. He's a little bit more versatile, plays out wide a little bit more on either side, and he's cheaper. So if you can save 25 million quid in order to buy Van der Beek and then go use that to get your left back cover, maybe get your left-sided defense center back, I think that's a better buy. Yeah,
I mean, these. I'm just going through some of the comments here, Mary, and let me see where I've got it there. Mickey there says he goes on the bench. It's quite a strong comment. I mean, I know it's the Dutch league. A lot of people look at the Dutch league as a sort of feeder for the bigger leagues in Europe. I know they do get hand-picked out with the best talent that they have got there. It isn't the most lucrative sort of league. So does he go to the bench? Does he have to wait his turn to come in? I've mentioned it that maybe if we've got a player like Fred there, I just think he's a better version of Fred, in my opinion. I do. I think he's tenacious. He does like to get in with the tackle. He does, like Tim said, pick up at different areas of the pitch. The versatility is probably what appeals to Ollie Moore, along with the age. At this deal, it's on a plate for United. The money's right. The age of the player's right. Potential's good. He's already a very good player now, and he's perfect for what we need, like Tim and Dave both said. Is there anything that sort of puts you off with this move at all with this player? And again, I'll ask you the question, Mary. Does he come in for anyone in that team right now, or is he going to be fighting for his place in that team?
I think he's going to be fighting for his place. But like you said, he's a better version of Fred. We always say about Fred, what's his best position? Where does he play? Is he box to box? Is he defensive? Is he attacking? Midfielder? We know Donny van der Beek, and the lads touched on it. He has 10 goals and 11 assists last season, 17 goals and 13 assists the season before. You know, we know Fred can score. Really, he's virtually no goals for Manchester United. So a better option off the bench than Fred and McTominay, certainly 100%. And we know we need squad depth as well. You know, people are talking about is not really as, you know, the Dutch league isn't great, but we got Van Nistelrooy, Suarez came from the Dutch league, Stam came from the Dutch league. You have absolutely immense players coming from there. I really, really rate Van der Beek highly. The only thing I would worry about is we've been monitoring him for a few weeks and we've yet to put in a bid. no one else seems to be in for him. So, like, what are we waiting for, really? You know, the player wants to go. Apparently tonight, he's told his Ajax teammates that he's coming to Manchester United. But I'm a little bit worried as to why the club hasn't put in a bid.
Yeah, true. Just to answer a few people in the comment section, a few people have tried pulling me on Twitter in this when I mentioned Fred. I'm not comparing him to Fred. I'm looking at it in United's team right now. We're going to have a Fred playing the way he played in that final against Seville, which was okay. But we all know when it comes to Fred on the edge of the box, his final product is not there. Now, Van der Beek, on the other hand, has that final product and has a vision. I would say he's better than Fred. So just to answer the question and the critique that some people like to throw my way, just for the sake of it, I think sometimes, I'm not comparing him to Fred. I think he's a better player than Fred. But obviously, Fred has his fans as well at Manchester United. A lot of people think Fred should be in this team all the time. So for me, I just think he's an all-round, he's energetic, he's good on the ball, he sees a pass, he can score a goal. Please. It's 35 million. If we cannot wrap up this deal, while Spurs are spending money, while Leeds are spending more than that, then I fear for this club. I really do. But I just feel like this deal, Tim, it's got to happen, hasn't it, mate? There's no way that United can balls this one up. He's already said, Romaro's come out tonight in the last hour, actually, and said that he wants to move to Manchester United. He wants to move to United. The project suits him. He feels like he can challenge properly for the first team place. Obviously, you mentioned it before with Ronald Koeman and the unrest there in Barcelona. Barcelona have and the league have just blocked Messi's move away on a free transfer. So you wouldn't really want to be jumping into that, and I wouldn't blame him. So let's get this deal done, mate. 35 million. And that then surely gives us still a little bit more money to go on to the next one, which would be, in your eyes, I know you've mentioned it before on our group chat, mate. Yeah. And Mr. Thiago all of a sudden has come on the scene. Formerly, was supposedly going Liverpool, but that's jumped in again now. There could be a bargain double swoop here, mate.
Well, you could have them both for, it sounds like, 60 million. Shit, that's just mouth watering. And just really quick, I agree with Mary with Van de Beek. I think coming off the bench isn't a problem for him because we struggle with we want to play. You don't lose much by starting Matic in that number 6, and I think that we struggle sometimes with finding a player that can come off the bench and make an impact. And that's what you want your substitutes. You go to your substitutions for them to come on and make an impact on a game. And I think Van de Beek is the kind of player where we could change formations because he's so versatile. Thiago offers that as well. Thiago has that versatility where I know he plays mostly as a number 8, but I think when Ancelotti came in after Pep, that I think Bayern was playing him higher up the pitch. I think he was competing with James Rodriguez for that number 10 position. So he's played as a number 10 for Bayern, and he's also played as a number 6 for Bayern. So he's another player that gives you that versatility. And along the lines of Van de Beek, when I'm looking for somebody that is going to play for us as, say, a number 6 or allow Pogba to get forward, I want somebody that's dynamic in that position and, again, can split the lines for us and break us out. And he's another player along with Van de Beek that has that ability. Again, he can drift wide. Yeah, comment there. He is more of a number 6, but he's dynamic. He's almost he plays more as a number 8. I think he's made more appearances for them as a number 8 though, but he is very dynamic back there and he can break out.
Yeah, I mean,
so again, for 60 million, scoop him up. It's a no-brainer.
Mate, it's like playing sensible world of soccer. This, I don't know if anyone's old enough to know that game, but it's simple when you're looking at it on screen, isn't it? But then we come into the politics of football, and United's politics are more complicated than any other club in the world. Although I think Barcelona's are up there after today's announcement, to be honest. But I mean, Dave, Bruno Alcantara, I don't know why Bayern Munich are wanting to get rid of him. He's 29. A lot of people have brought up that age factor. I don't think 29 is bad. I think you've got 3 or 4 good years in a player there. This is a guy who just got man of the match in the Champions League final, mate. If he's there at this price, then I'm sorry. Come on, Ed. Let's see some movement. It's a no-brainer. You've got two players there who change United into definitely closing that gap for me. In terms of the gap, I mean, to Liverpool and City, I think it's something that has to be looked at. If all of a sudden it is on the table, we can't be ignoring this one, Dave, mate.
No, you can't ignore this one. I think that Bayern's interested in getting younger. They've had some kind of had some changes over the past 2, maybe 3 years now, and I think they're looking to push a guy like Thiago out. Not that he's not useful to them, but just in terms of systemically what they're looking to do. And like Tim said, it's so complementary when you pair him with Van der Beek to put those two on our bench instantly. You've got two players who can come in and make an impact that we obviously have not had.
Yeah,
I don't even want to know how long.
Yeah, I mean, Mary, I think our team, more than quite a few in this league, needs a little bit of experience. We've got a lot of young lads who can learn from these, so I think this suits us probably better than any other team in the league right now.
I was going to say it. We have one of the youngest teams in Europe. We need some experience. We need some winners with that winning mentality. We saw it last season under Ollie. We bottled 3 semi-finals. This is a player right here who's won everything with Bayern. Very experienced. 29. He's 3 years younger than Matic as well. So while people are saying he's 29, he's 3 years younger than Matic, and he can play in the 6. He's a very, very good holding player. His vision and his passing is absolutely excellent. He can dictate the tempo of the game as well. For me, it's an absolute no-brainer. We can get these two players cheaper than we can get Jack Grealish. It almost makes too much sense that I don't think the club is going to do it, because we don't do anything that makes sense.
I'm just about to say that.
And the thing
never look a gift horse in the mouth, but United have a PhD in that quality. I'm telling you. But yeah, Tim, go on, mate.
Liverpool are dragging their feet on this deal. Like Thiago, he wants a move to the Premier League. Romano's reported that. Liverpool apparently has, I think it's like 2 days or a week or something to get the deal done. But like, they're dragging their feet, so it's there for us. If we go in with a bid, Bayern just wants their money. If we go in with a bid and we can get personal terms agreed, then just get the deal done, because it's a no-brainer. And I think Thiago comes in right away. I think he comes in and challenges Matic, to be honest. I think that Van de Beek for me is still a bit younger, so I think I'd rather have him coming off the bench and sort of blood him into the squad a little bit slower than, say, maybe someone who's got the experience of Thiago that comes in and challenges Matic right away. My one complaint with Matic I find sometimes is that with the number 6, there's the kids. So you can hear that's been my day, people. So you can see me jump.
They're trying to escape.
Oh yeah. But my complaint with Matic is that sometimes he gives the ball away too cheaply, and he's not consistent in being able to play the ball forward. So I think that with Thiago, I think that maybe that might set us up better at the back to get out.
Yeah, I worry about...
I think someone's trying to get in your house there, Tim, mate. So go on, Dave. Sorry to interrupt you there, mate. You carry on, mate.
About Matic a little bit. Listen, he has been unbelievable since lockdown. Before that, he wasn't playing. At the beginning of the season, people were calling for his head. That's not to say that he's not useful. That's not to say that I don't want him in the squad. But I think that a guy like Thiago, right behind him in the pecking order, right there, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear Thiago banging on that.
That's Ed Woodward.
That's the United fans on Ed Woodward's door right now. I'm telling you, that's what that is.
So I feel like.
It's funny. No, I know what you're saying there, Dave, regarding Matic. It is, as you all know, I do a lot of stuff on United Stand, and I have to deal with Ricky all the time regarding Matic. And this debate always comes up. I mean, I understood the Matic deal in a way, because I thought, you know what, if we have got some young lad coming through, I can see Matic playing 20, 30 games a season, and you can learn a lot from Matic. He's won everything, and he's our most experienced player in that team. So I could see why that deal was happening. I just don't know why we've gone off on this. Well, we used to have, when you get past the age of 30 at Manchester United, you get a rolling 1 year deal extension. And I don't know why we've moved away from that, but it just looks like tack has changed at the moment with United. But in terms of that midfield, someone posed the question then, would that be the best midfield in the league if we brought Van der Beek and Thiago into that? That is challenging anyone in Europe, never mind the actual league. That is a scary, scary outfit because we've got steel in that midfield. I think the reinforcer is probably the one thing that's not there at the moment. That battling, never say die, the one who will take the yellow card. We just don't have that in our team, I don't think. The one who will take the yellow card, take the tackle. I just don't think that will happen in the modern game anymore. But the leaders, I think, looking at how Thiago was on the bench, on the pitch, the whole final, with that much talent, he demands respect, that guy. And I think a lot of people in that Bayern Munich team, Mary, respect Thiago. And that in our team, another Champions League winner, that's what you want to see, character building. And I tell you what, if you've got a young player coming through into this team and you've got a Thiago, a Bruno, a Pogba in that midfield, you are learning a lot right now. You are learning an awful lot. So for me, I think it hits the spot in every single way for us, this Thiago move as well. It's all ifs and buts, people. I'm not announcing that this is happening, but it's what's coming out in the news today. Mary, I mean, Thiago, if he came in, I'm going to say the same question again. Who comes out?
Matic. Matic comes out. Sorry, yeah. Ricky, I know you're the fanboy, but it has to be Matic. You can't take out Pogba, you can't take out Bruno. So the logical one is Matic. Thiago is 3 years younger. Look, they both serve their purpose. People talk about Thiago's injuries. Look, he played 40 games last season, 42 the season before for Bayern. He's not that injury prone. I think he's better on the ball than Matic. Matic kind of slows down the play for me a little bit too much at times. He doesn't move the ball quick enough. But there's plenty. We're going to play plenty of games. Look, people are going to get injured. They're going to be loss of form. Matic will play. Thiago will play. But, imagine not having to rely on McTominay and Fred and Pereira and Lingard because you've got Thiago and Van der Beek. I mean, it does massively improve us. We need to do these deals.
That's it, exactly that. You just brilliantly and nicely, I don't know if you know or knew what I was going to talk about next, but it just brings me right into the next section. Quickly, before I go into that, amazingly, only just over 20 minutes in, we're about 20 people away from 600 in the room, people. So wow. Give the video a like, share the video, people. Let's get as many people involved. And obviously tonight it's even more important because at the end of the show we are announcing Dave's winner of his replica Old Trafford model, and it is all going to a great cause as well. So do give the video a share. Let's get as many people in as possible. But back on subject, I'll come straight to you, Dave, now actually. And Mary touched on it there. We have no need for the likes of Pereira, Lingard, if these deals happen. In terms of making sure these deals happen and giving United no excuse, or the board or whoever is in charge of these transfers, no more excuse, then there are some players in this team who we can actually flog for a little bit of money. I mean, I'll give you three. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to give you three players who you think we could actually make money off and actually sell to actually help fund some of these deals. Is there anyone in particular you want to see go? I mean, there are bad ones, I know, but are there ones out there that you think, you know what, we could probably make a little bit out of these deals as well and it could help us?
As sad as it is to say, I think it has to be Lingard. I think that he has value in the market. Yep. I think that you can get a little bit of the British passport premium for him, especially if you're selling him within the Premier League. I think he deserves it on a personal level to go and force his way into a first team somewhere, maybe a West Ham, maybe an Everton. I think he deserves that. He's done well by us. I know he's had some personal problems this year, but does he fetch you 20, 25 million quid, 30? I think you have to do that because I think it serves all parties.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at, sorry, my internet skipping as well. I was just getting to that stage on a Sunday night where everyone's tuning in or streaming something. But you're looking at Lingard there. I think if Maitland-Niles is going to go to Wolves for 20 million, then we've got minimum 20 in Lingard at that age, I think, Tim, mate. Is there another player you could add to that? I mean, we've spoke about it before, Tim. We all know who we want to leave because they're not good enough. But let's look at this financially in terms of how and why we want to move these players on. Lingard makes sense, definitely. I think Smalling, you could add 20 million to that pot as well.
Yep.
I mean, the ones that jump out for me, Darlow maybe, or is there anyone else there you think there's money in?
Well, in terms of money and that players want, I think you hit on those ones, and I think there's a market for Lingard. I think there's certainly a market for Roma or for Smalling, especially with the purchase of Roma. It seems like the new owners are going to come back in for him.
Yeah.
In terms of who there's a market for, maybe a Pereira, maybe someone looks at it and says, you know what, we'll take a bit of a flyer and you know, maybe a change of scenery, and if we can find a position for him.
Now, as the actual host of the show, I can't actually be seen to be running off onto my phone. But if you guys get a chance and your phones are in front of you, just double check to make sure that there's no breaking news I'm missing out on here as well, people. But Tim, you're talking, so you got to carry on.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as who it's going to be easy to shift, Romero, another one too. I think Romero would be an easy one that we could shift and make money for, and it makes sense to shift him right now with Henderson and his deal. So maybe those three: Smalling, Lingard, Romero, and then possibly Pereira. Is Matt? How much longer does Matt have on his deal? Is he done after this year? Is he on a free after? Is his contract expire?
He's about a year or two left.
Who's
I think Matta. Did he just sign a new deal?
Matt signed a 3-year deal in the summer. You guys, I had one of the biggest rants ever when Matt signed that deal. I'm telling you, I was in my car, and I tell you what, people would have seen my van bouncing around. I was going off on one. So I was just not happy with that deal.
I think if Van de Beek and Thiago come in, I think Matta as well. But you got to bring in reinforcements before you sell Lingard, Pereira, and Matta. You have to have players. You have to have reinforcements, or else you need those players. That's the problem.
Yeah, 2 years left for Matta. That's a definite.
There is confirmation from The Telegraph saying that we've signed Van der Beek on a 5-year deal for €45 million.
Seriously, is this going on right now? I'm just sorry. I'm going off. I'm unprofessional, I know, but I need to check this.
No, you have to.
AD is a big news outlet in Netherlands, and they've just reported that the deal's done.
Well, when the local market media starts jumping on it, that's when you know that.
Yeah, no, I'm looking
confirmed.
For all my Ajax followers. They're all saying it's done.
Yeah, this is all breaking news here. We are the channel that brings you breaking news, people.
Be careful with that, Adam. They're going to make you stay on 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
24 hours.
I am the good luck. This is the group, the good luck charm. Do you know what it is? It's because Owen's not on tonight. He's the bad luck charm. No, sorry, Owen. Only messing, mate. I know you're out celebrating your son's birthday today. That was a joke as well, Owen. I'm sorry. But it is coming. I'm just going to double check it now. I'm just looking through. This is great. When things like this happen, I feel like all I need now is Sky Sports News on behind me.
All my friends in Amsterdam will be very happy for me to share with you guys that Van de Beek in Dutch means the little river.
The little river.
Wow.
So that's his little nickname.
We had the little P, and now we have the little river.
The little river.
The little river for the little Peter. The beat was it looks like the noises from people I know. It is looking like it is going to happen, people. We are in good stead. And just as that happens, We have hit 700 live viewers. This is a record for the channel, people. I know this for certain. So I just want to say thank you very much. I'm absolutely thrilled that it is on the show tonight when we have got such a big announcement coming from Dave as well. And I hope some of you guys are dropping down into that comment section and donating and putting your bid in for this amazing prize, which Dave is going to announce just before we finish tonight as well. Thank you so much, everybody. But right now we are getting into the fact that Donny is a red, apparently. So we are looking like one of the people we've been talking about on the show is signed, sealed, and delivered. So now all we can talk about, or what we can move on to next, I'll come to you first, Dave, mate, is we were saying it in just before, sort of who would Donny van der Beek come in for in this team right now? Is there a formation that we change to make this midfield that everyone is saying is the best in the league now, which isn't far away? Then is there a formation we can change into that suits all of these players right now? Would you see a different style? And it comes and poses the question again about, is Ollie actually the man to change this up? Is it a case that we are looking at all these good players? Has Ollie got the capabilities now to plan B, change this formation for us? Is there a way you can see our style of play? You say you watch Van der Beek quite a lot, and you've seen a lot of United, obviously being a United fan. Is there a system that suits all
Romano,
three?
Fabrizio just tweeted.
Oh my God, what did he say?
Fabrizio tweeted it out.
After new contacts, also on last hours with his agent, Manchester United have reached a total agreement on personal terms with Donny van der Beek. The Dutch midfielder is accepted to join United until June 2025. So it sounds like personal terms are agreed. He hasn't confirmed the fee, but there's other sources that are confirming the fee. So it sounds like it's
we are live, and United have signed a player. I am live. The first, we're about 750 viewers.
Absolutely
all in
buzzing.
the room with us right now. Yeah. Absolutely buzzing that United have made a signing. Who said that this was a negative channel? I'm telling you, who said it was? We have announced Donny van der Beek live on YouTube. United have spent money.
Wonderful.
It's breaking on its own. So quickly, before we announce Thiago in the show, before we finish, I'll get quickly back to Dave and the old what's the name? What's that? I'm all confuddled now. It's thrown me out. Quickly back onto Dave in terms of formation. How are we fitting Donny van der Beek into our team, mate?
I don't think you need to change tactical formation yet. I'd like to see. Donny has a tendency to drift wide.
Yeah.
Kind of like when if you remember when Rashford was playing up top and he has this tendency to kind of like drift off to the left on the side of the box and loves to hit that curler from the corner. Donny does the same thing, but likes to go deeper towards the touchline and then cut back and either play across or play a ball to the top of the box. So I think that suits us really well right now, because if Rashford's off form, which I think we can agree he is right now, maybe Donny can slot into that role. If he's starting on the bench, you can play him in the Bruno role when Bruno needs a breath or when Bruno's off form. So I don't think we need a change in tactics just yet, but I'm certainly open to it if things kind of progress differently. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, Tim, are you agreeing there with Dave? Let's see how this works with what we've got right now before. But I think surely behind the scenes, we're working on. Ollie must have an idea now with the quality that he's got in reserve that, you know what, there's a different tact right now.
I think he's pretty much settled on the 4-2-3-1, so I wouldn't expect a formation change. But you're right. It gives you the ability, because he has had to go to a 3-5-2 at times. I think he's gone to a diamond midfield at times as well. So I think it gives you the ability, certainly with his versatility, to change formations. I wouldn't change anything off the hop. I like the fluidity of the front three. I think that was on display. I mean, your front three has scored close to 60 plus goals this season. So as far as an attacking sense, I probably wouldn't change much. I wouldn't change much there. And really, we weren't that bad defensively. So it's really just a matter of I think at times we give away the ball far too easy. When teams press us, we have trouble keeping the ball. So it's just a matter of bringing in a bit more quality and people that are good on the ball, like Donny van de Beek.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
maybe I don't know.
excellent on the ball.
Yeah.
I don't
Excellent.
know if you've seen the Charity Shield yesterday, but how Arteta can get Arsenal to play out from the back the way they are doing with confidence.
Mhm.
There's no room for Ollie this season now. There's no excuse now. There really isn't, because Arteta's spent nothing and he's already changing that team. You can sort of see what he wants to do. All he needs to find this system. He needs to find exactly what he's doing and how he wants to play very quickly, I think, this season now, because the pressure's on. If he definitely gets, well, we didn't think we was going to be getting anyone. I didn't see Van der Beek coming, but he's got another tool there to use now. So this is massive for Ollie now this season, I think.
Big time.
He needs to, De Gea needs to work on his distribution if we're going to play out from the back, or else keep it short if you're going to bring in Harry Maguire, who's going to be alongside maybe Lindelof, alongside Maguire, and then give it quickly to Matic or Van der Beek or whoever to play it out from the back maybe. Going back to the formations, I'd like to see us switch to a 4-3-3. I know Ollie, he liked to switch it up with Molde and Cardiff. We didn't really see it at United. We know he has done other formations, 3-5-2 and stuff. But if you have Van der Beek, Pogba, Bruno, if we get Sancho on that right-hand side, maybe Rashford, Greenwood, Martial, why not go 4-3-3? Let's go for it.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be excited to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just reading through. Romano's tweeted out again more details.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Dutch midfielder, yeah, 25. Yeah, since also after. It is Fisher. Yeah, looking like United are trying to move this along very, very quickly. This is like United old. It really is.
So I have a question
ruthless.
here. I have a
Go
question.
on, Dave. You shoot away, mate.
So this is not normal for Ed, and this is not normal for the Glazers. We don't do business like this.
No.
Exactly.
What does that tell you? In your, I mean, seriously, I'm very curious in everyone's opinion. What does that say to you? I know what it says to me.
In terms of
What does that
transfers,
say to you?
in terms of what's been done, or in terms of, I was thinking it from a Sancho point of view. There's two reasons.
Yeah. Sorry, I think. Go on, Tim. You said what you was going to say. There. I think I know what you was going to say. Then actually,
Really quickly, yeah. There's two things this implies to me: is either one, we've moved on from Sancho, or two, the reports that have come out this week that the Sancho deal is done and sort of it's in park at the moment, so Dortmund can find a replacement, and it's now allowed United to shift their attention to other players. My worry is that United, because we know that it was looking like we were just going to bring in Sancho, that was going to be it. To now go out and buy Sancho and Van de Beek, was that something that we realistically expected United to do? And so that would lean me more to believe maybe that they've abandoned the Sancho deal.
This is the thing. It's like Prem Prodigy. Cheers for the contribution as well, mate. But so we faffed about for a month with Sancho to secure a signing in 24 hours. Manchester United, ladies and gentlemen.
Unbelievable.
So true.
That pretty much sums it all up, really, because how we've gone from, and by the way, people, I just wanted to show you how we got 1,000 people in the room.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amazing. Yes, first time ever.
it's beautiful.
First time ever. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for everyone's support. It has been monumental, and I cannot thank you enough. I'm trying to be serious right now, but I am chuffed a bit for that. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into the channel and giving your support. It has been amazing. I'm just there's too much going on. We're breaking records tonight. I've signed a player in 24 hours, and we've hit 1,000 live viewers in the room with us today. God, man, it has been a crazy, crazy night. But yeah, I'm just what you said there, Dave. We've, like Tim said, you can look at it in a couple of ways, can't you? It's either a case of, right, it doesn't look like anyone is going to be coming forward to invest and buy Manchester United. We either invest into our main asset, which is Manchester United. And the only thing that is going to keep them afloat, I think, the Glazers, in terms of money making, they're going to have to ride out this recession now in terms of what they're looking at for the future of Manchester United. And if they want to sell it eventually, we all pray that that does happen. Then you look at it and go, like I said at the start, you cannot look a gift horse in the mouth and not make this happen, because 35 million quid, my God. Van der Beek, 23, I think I'm right.
23.
The contribution that he's made this season, assists, goals, we've got that there now. Where he plays is a big one. But for me, I'm thinking, like, have we moved on from Sancho? Or Van der Beek, I think, is covered in the signing, in the people that are actually going to leave Manchester United. I think Sancho still happens, and this will, if we sign Sancho now on top of this, then a lot of United fans are going to look the other way with the Glazers. I really do think that is what will happen. They'll look at it and go, we're challenging again. It is two very, very good signings, I must admit. The Van der Beek deal suits Ole down to the ground. It really does. Big shout out to Big Edwin van der Sar as well, because I'm guessing he had a major, major role to play in this move. So big shout out to Edwin as well in this one. But I just feel like Van der Beek, and I don't know about you, Mary, the players that Ollie has been signing is players he knows he will be able to command respect from. Players he thinks he can mould, because ego players he's shipped out. I just feel like he's another young player that he feels he will be in complete control of. I just don't think he has got it in his managerial material to manage big ego players. I don't think we will ever buy that big marquee player. Even though Sancho is a massive fee, he's still that young player, English player that he can mould, I think. So Van der Beek, I think, happened simply because you could not make that happen. It was on a plate. It was so... We had a man in the Ajax corner in Van der Sar. He had a buyout clause, which even the Glazers can't turn down. Some people wanted to buy Brooks, for God's sake. So, you know what I mean? It works in every way. I just think it was as simple as that for me. I don't know how you've seen what Dave said then, Mary. Is it any other way for you, or are you worried that this may be us moving away from Sancho?
Yeah, I am worried that we're going to move away from Sancho. I hope I'm wrong, but it's been eerily quiet on Sancho. This is why I was worried about the Van der Beek deal, and I'm actually shocked that it looks like it's going ahead, because I thought it was going to be like Sancho. There was a lot of, like, Fabrizio Romano, a lot of reputable people coming out saying, you know, we were in for him, it was going to happen, you know, personal terms were being agreed between the club and Sancho, and then kind of it just, nothing happened. It stagnated, and it's been eerily quiet, and we still haven't officially put in a bid. They want 120 million. They've said if we bid 120 million, he's ours, and we haven't. So I actually can't believe that we've gone in for Van der Beek and bid, and it looks like we've signed him. But I'm very worried about the Sancho deal. I'm not sure it's going to go ahead now.
Yeah, I mean, we've got that excited tonight. Daniel Luciano, cheers again, mate. Adam, we've done it. We finally signed someone relevant and good. Walking on sunshine. Congrats on 1K. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, it is. It's been absolute crazy show tonight.
I'm in shock.
All the super chats. Everyone in. I've got Flex who's ringing me right now. He wants to kick off. We've got all sorts going on. It's so exciting to actually be talking positive about United. But everyone, all the super chats and everyone, thank you very much. But we knew what was happening tonight. Dave has the big announcement to make. We're going to finish the show with this tonight, people. If you haven't already paid for your £10 chance to win this absolutely amazing Old Trafford model, there is a big video on it on all our socials, on Tim's, on Dave's, on mine. Do check it out as well. But the time is up. You have lost your opportunity.
Bids are closed.
Right now, we're now live to nearly 1,100 people watching us right now. So, Dave, the floor is yours, mate. Announce the winner, and good luck to everybody if you have bought a ticket as such.
So this is the big difference between us and Dortmund is when Dortmund says that the deal's closed, they don't mean it. Unfortunately, when I say that the bids are closed, I mean it now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take all of the names and I'm going to plop them right over here into a randomizer.
This guy right here.
We're going to go ahead.
Shipping to Canada is cheaper. Just saying.
Wow.
Yo.
I told you the bids are closed, man. You can't chip away at this now. The winner of the mini Old Trafford is Reese Russell.
Reese Russell, you are the winner of this amazing prize. Congratulations. I'm sure Dave will be in touch. You have everyone's details, don't you there, Dave? People, if you have not seen this, you have missed out completely. I can guarantee it. It is absolutely amazing. You need to check on Dave's socials as well, the stadiums for Ants and the other work that he has done. He's done, I think it's baseball stadiums, a few American stadiums he's done. Do look up his work. It is absolutely amazing, believe me. Congratulations, Reese. You have won an amazing prize there, my friend. And enjoy it. You can even put the floodlights on at night. It's that amazing. Fantastic.
We've got European nights coming. Yeah.
Nights in the bedroom. But that pretty much concludes our show, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. All the super chats, the thousands, I can actually say it, thousands of people who actually joined us tonight live. It was absolutely amazing. We signed a player while we was live on air. We've given away a massive prize. We've hit records for the channel. Everyone is happy. Tim's kids have now been drowned in the pool.
Can we keep it going longer? Can we just 24 hours? I'll just stay in here.
So quickly before we finish, I'm just going to give the guests here a chance to shout out their socials. So I'll come to you first, Dave, as the newcomer tonight and the big announcement. Just give everyone a shout out to all your socials, please, mate.
Yeah, of course. It's us at Stadiums for Ants. Stadiums is plural. And thank you, Adam, for letting me do this on
anytime, mate. We will get you back on again. It's been a fantastic show. Mary, just give everyone a shout out to yours as well, please.
Follow me on Twitter at Mary LUIRC, and we have a new female Manchester United channel on YouTube at Ladies United and Red Chat. Give us a sub.
Yes, I'm still waiting for my invite there. I feel like I should be one of them.
You need to put on a wig and a bra.
That program, Loose Women, isn't it? When they get one guy on and really, I feel like one of them ones. Yeah, but do check out that channel. The content is fantastic as always. And my man Tim, who set up a lot of this tonight. Cheers very much, mate. Just give the people a shout out to you, pal.
Personal Niagara Red, and then Niagara MUFC for the supporters club here. We'll be back at the pub September 19th for kickoff. So
brilliant stuff.
First game. So
everybody, you can now flick over onto the United Stand and check me out there. I'm talking with Flex, Ricky, and Said on there as well. So do check me out on there as well. I'm just going to go crazy.
Van de Beek over Matic. Give it to Ricky.
Yes. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Give the video a share. I will get to as many comments as possible. Massive night for the show tonight. Massive night for United and Dave and everybody else involved in it. Thank you very much. Let's hope we can continue this ride of positivity and we can actually look forward to the season a little bit more now. People, like, share, subscribe as always if you are watching for the first time. Moderator, Glory Man United, thank you very much for looking after the thousands. You've done a top job there, mate. And we are out of here, people. Take it easy. Bye-bye.